Hey guys, welcome to my first video. So today I'm just going to show you how I do my makeup really quick. Mila wants to do a quick appearance, so I guess we'll let him in. So we're using the Rare Beauty foundation today. This one does tend to oxidize, so on camera it looks like my perfect shade, which it is, but later on it does get darker, which is great for what I'm doing. When you're going out, you always want to do a little bit darker foundation, in my opinion, so that when the flash gets on you, you don't look too crazy or too ghosty, kind of like, you know, the flashback. When I'm blending out my foundation, I really like to use a dense brush. The one I'm using today is from Real Techniques. It just helps pick up some of that product, the excess product that I have. When I'm blending it out, I really like to bring it all over my forehead, into my hairline, and down to my neck. We don't want anything looking too crazy. We want everything to look seamless, flawless, and you just want to look cute. When I'm applying my cream contour, I really like to put it on the back of my hand. It helps with an even application before applying to my face, keeping everything seamless, flawless, because that's what we want. We don't look crazy, like I said. I do put this right below my cheekbones, but keeping it higher up to give you that snatched look. Same for this as the foundation. I do push it into my hairline and also bringing it up. I do like a really bronzed look, so I bring it on my forehead as well, into my hairline, a little bit on my jaw, on my chin, my nose bridge, and even a little bit on my lips. It kind of contours everything. I feel like it does something. You don't have to do it, but it does just give a little something for me. I'm also applying it to my eyelids. I don't use eyeshadow or anything like that. So this is basically that step for me, which is why I think it's so quick when I do my makeup. I just put that bronzer contour on my eyelids and connect it to my nose, um, keeping everything looking very blended without having to do too much. Alrighty, so now we're on to the concealer. I do use two concealers in this video. You can barely see the second one, but I do use one that's a little bit closer to my shade, but they're both fairly light. I'm using the Sephora collection right here, but I also do use my Too Faced concealer. In my opinion, they are very similar. You just get more in one packaging than the other. So placement is key when you're concealing, even when you're contouring your face. How I conceal my face is structured for me. I have more of an oval face shape, so I'm not trying to shorten anything, honestly. Sometimes I do put it on my forehead or my chin a little bit more. Maybe I'll contour a little bit more on my chin than I do anywhere else. But you can honestly just research what is better for your face. So where I do put my concealer, it is for my face shape. Like I said, you can always look up your face shape, where to conceal it, and they have it all on TikTok, Google, everything. But for whenever I'm blending it out, I had said that I like to keep my concealer where I blend it. I'm not bringing my concealer downward or anything like that. That will just drag your face down. When you're blending, you always want to blend up. And I am using a powder puff. I feel like it helps me get into the creases and helps me just blend everything a little bit easier than maybe a brush will or a sponge. So clearly I am feeling myself now because we're almost done, in my opinion. So I put on my second concealer here with the Too Faced. Again, it is a little bit lighter and I do blend it out with my powder puff again, keeping it just in the inner corners. After that, I just take my foundation brush without any more product and just blend everything together. Just to make sure there are no crazy lines going on and everything is just blended. I do take my second powder puff with the one size powder in translucent and put it in the palm of my hand and press the powder puff in there. That gives it a more even kind of press of the powder on the puff, making it smoother once it goes on your face. Now I only use powder on the places that I concealed with concealer, okay? So that would be all underneath my eyes, on my nose, on my upper lip, my fine lines, like my small lines, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead. I do then go in with the second powder, which I'm using Huda Beauty. And I like to put on a little bit more extra powder just to give me a brightening look. In my opinion, this is what works for me. And I don't set or bake or anything like that. I just put more on and then press it into my skin. Once you press it in, it'll give you a more longer lasting base for your face, so you don't have to worry about you creasing more than usual. Now, this is for me. I am dry everywhere else except in my T-zone, so this again is just what works for me. So now I'm using my powder bronzer. I'm using the Juvia's Place in medium, I believe, and I am using an angled brush. I'm literally setting all of these spots that I used cream contour on. So again, that was my cheeks, my forehead, my eyelids, my nose, my chin, my lips, my jaw, literally everything. And again, you want to make sure that when you're doing your jaw, you bring the makeup down. You don't have to do it all the way down your neck, but just, maybe halfway, because it will give a harsh line if you do not blend that all the way through, okay? And make sure you're tapping off the excess product before you're putting your bronzer on. It'll help from any harsh spots or heavy spots in your bronzer. I told y'all I love when I'm at the end of my makeup because especially the blush part. So I'm using the Milani blush. It does have highlighter in it, which I love, and it's like the perfect pink for me. I'm using like this old Sephora brush that I found. I always keep it kind of higher up on my cheekbones instead of keeping it on the apples of my cheeks. I just feel like it diffuses out a lot better when you start higher up and then blend down, still keeping it on your cheeks, but I just like it a little bit more underneath my eyes. I feel like it just looks so cute. And again, I do put this on my eyes because I don't do eyeshadow. This is literally my eyeshadow, and that's just what I do. Okay, so now y'all, we're gonna get into the brows. It's very quick. I do speed this portion up because I take a little too long on my brows and I don't even conceal them. I just fill them in, do a little light stroke in the front, and call it a day. Like when you get your brows done, you really don't have to do too much. At least I don't. I just fill the tail end because I don't have any and go about my day. So now we're getting into the fun part, and the video is almost over, so I'm gonna make it really quick, y'all. I used the Revolution brown pencil and just line my lips. I also used the MAC Butter Love, I think, lipstick, and then some lip gloss. I cannot remember which one that one is that I used, but that's pretty much all I do for my makeup, y'all, and I really hope that y'all enjoyed this. If you guys want me to list products or anything like that, just let me know. I really hope that y'all really enjoyed this. This was my first video and it was so much fun, and I look forward to making so many more with y'all.